I've been dating a girl for 3 weeks. I'm breaking up with her already. She's sweet when it's just us. Like, genuinely, disarmingly sweet. The kind of sweet that makes you lower your guard without even realizing it. She remembers small things I mention in passing. She texts first. She actually looks at me when I talk. Not at her phone, not at the ceiling, at me. 3 weeks in, and I was already thinking this one is different. I was excited about her. Then she invited me to her cousin's birthday party. Casual thing, she said. Backyard. Maybe 30 people. Nothing serious. I said, sure. I was happy to finally meet some of her people. I figured it was a good sign. Her wanting to bring me around family this early. It felt like she was serious about this too. I showed up with drinks, introduced myself to whoever made eye contact, all normal. For the first 10 minutes, everything was fine. She was laughing, pulling me into conversations, making me feel included. I remember thinking I was right about her. Then someone bumped a cup off the table and she knocked a drink out of someone's hand reaching for it. Accident. She laughed it off, they laughed it off, no big deal. Then her cousin said something that annoyed her. I didn't even catch what it was, and she shoved him. Not a playful little push, a real shove. Both hands, full force. He stumbled back into a chair and caught himself on the armrest. Everyone went quiet for maybe 2 seconds and then just kept going, like it was nothing. Like that was just a normal thing that happened at a birthday party. I stood there holding my drink trying to figure out if I had imagined it. I didn't bring it up because I didn't want to make it weird on the first time meeting everyone. I told myself maybe that cousin had a history with her. Maybe I was missing context. I gave her the benefit of the doubt and I kept going. Then we all sat down to play a card game. I'm competitive, but I keep it friendly. I know how to lose, and I know how to win without making someone feel bad. She was the same way, mostly. Joking around, trash talking in that fun way. Then I beat her in a round and she slapped my arm. Not a tap, not a playful smack. She wound up and came down on my forearm hard enough that I had to physically shake my hand out. She was still smiling, still laughing. The people around us laughed too because she was laughing, so they thought it was part of the joke. My arm was on fire. I smiled through it because I didn't know what else to do. I excused myself to grab another drink. I needed a second to breathe and process what was happening. That's when her uncle stepped beside me at the cooler. He's a quiet guy, the kind who watches more than he talks. I had noticed him earlier in the night just sitting back and taking everything in. He didn't look at me right away, just cracked open his drink, took a sip, and then said it low and flat. He said she does that to everyone she loves, always has. We stopped saying anything about it a long time ago. Then he grabbed a second drink and walked back to his chair. I stood there by that cooler for longer than I should have. I kept thinking about the word stopped. Not that they never said anything, that they stopped. Meaning at some point, multiple people in this family looked at what she was doing and made a choice to let it go. They absorbed it. They normalized it. They built a version of loving her that included getting shoved and slapped and laughed at when you flinch. I went back and sat down next to her. She grabbed my hand and leaned into my shoulder, and it felt warm and easy and real. And I hated that it felt that way because my arm still hurt. I spent the rest of the night watching her differently. The way she grabbed people by the arm too tight when she was excited. The way she threw a handful of cards across the table when she lost the next round. The way she kicked her cousin's chair leg and called it a joke. All of it wrapped in this enormous, infectious laugh that pulls everyone in and makes them forget what just happened. I could see exactly how it works. The laugh is the reset button. The laugh says it doesn't count. The laugh makes you feel like you're the problem if you don't go along with it. Her uncle had stopped saying anything years ago. The cousin straightened his chair and kept playing. The person whose drink got knocked cleaned it up and moved on. Everyone around her had quietly agreed to absorb it, and they all seemed fine, functioning, happy even. Like they had made a small internal adjustment somewhere along the way, and now they didn't even notice the weight anymore. I'm not making that adjustment. I'm not her uncle sitting in a lawn chair watching the next person figure it out and saying nothing for years until one day he pulls a stranger aside at a cooler and warns them in 12 words and walks away. I'm 3 weeks in, my arm still hurts, and I know exactly what I'm looking at. I'm ending it this week.